Barbiturates are pretty obsolete now. Very few people use them anymore or even know what they are. Benzodiazepines are the newer, more powerful class of CNS depressants, making Barbies obsolete. Barbies were popular in the 60s and 70s and were typically referred to by their colors: greens, reds, blues, black beauties. Barbs are a CNS depressant. They slow down the central nervous system. They're usually in pill form, more often as capsules, sometimes in liquid. Sodium pentothal, aka truth serum, is probably the most widely known barb. It doesn't literally induce compulsive truthfulness. What it does do is make people feel so relaxed and comfortable they are likely to lose their normal inhibitions that would cause them to be defensive and lie. Drugs that end in barbital are barbiturates, like phenobarbital. There are too many to list, and most of them, as mentioned, are obsolete. Nembutal and seconal are still around. Barbituric acid was synthesized in 1864 by a German chemist. Its early use was for veterinary usage, putting dogs to sleep. Eventually, it became used in various forms as anxiolytics, anti-anxiety meds, hypnotics, sleep meds, and anticonvulsants, anti-seizure meds. A few short-acting versions of barbs were used for anesthesia in surgery. Barbs act upon a CNS neurotransmitter called GABA. GABA is a major inhibitor to excitement. In simple terms, GABA prevents the excitement neurotransmitters from behaving too aggressively. A barbiturate activates GABA, increasing its potency. It slows down your mood, your perception, and even your physical reactions, making you slow and sluggish. Barbs make you stupid. See the section on benzos. They have a high risk of overdose. When someone ODs on a CNS depressant, the respiratory system is basically instructed by the erroneous CNS messaging to slow breathing until related organs cease to work. Breathing gets slower and slower and eventually stops. Marilyn Monroe, Jimi Hendrix, and Elvis all died from alcohol and barbiturate overdoses. The high rate of overdose risk from barbs is a large reason why they have been replaced by benzos, but the benzo OD risk is very high too. Barbiturates are used in medically assisted suicides. When someone has had enough pain and suffering from a disease, they may seek a dignified ending to their suffering. In 1997, Oregon passed laws making it possible for suffering individuals to seek doctor-assisted suicides. It's been quite a controversy. I recommend the film How to Die in Oregon for a close look at this. It is sad but worth seeing. 4 states have versions of legally assisted suicide: Oregon, Vermont, Washington, and Montana. And a lethal potion cocktail whose main ingredient is barbs is the most prevalent choice in all. The infamous Jack Kevorkian, aka Dr. Death, used sodium thiopental along with other agents in over 130 assisted suicides. By making a machine called the Thanatron, death machine in Greek, the barbiturate drug would put someone to sleep once they activated the machine on their own accord. Once asleep from the barbiturate, the person's relaxing arm would release the heart-stopping drug potassium chloride and another drug that would prevent spasms. Overall, a quiet, painless, and dignified death. You can't. Using barbs is really stupid. They're hard to control and easy to OD on because once you're loaded on them, your decreased awareness can cause you to take too many or drink alcohol or combine with other drugs. These drugs are dangerous. I suppose to be more objective, I could say if someone was determined to use them, I would suggest low-dose, short-acting types. There is nothing learned or revealed to you through barbiturate use. Even if they help someone relax and be more at ease in a social setting, they will end up looking and acting stupid from the effects of these drugs. If using medicinally, replace with a benzo. Severe. Withdrawal begins 12 to 20 hours after discontinued use, causing intense anxiety, irritability, increased heart and respiratory rates, insomnia, aches, pains, and nausea, tremors, hallucinations, and lack of REM sleep if and when you do sleep, which in turn causes severe confusion, seizures, and death. Medically assisted titration of dosage until total discontinuation is achieved. It is very hard to come off of barbs and can take months or years to do so successfully. The benzo section is more than sufficient to address this drug. They are similar enough that the crossover is apparent.